Hi there. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm a little tired still, but it doesn't matter. It's the third part of my favorite albums of the 90s. And I'm going to first show you an album that's not guitar based. Well, it has guitars in it, but predominantly it's not guitar based. This is my favorite album of these guys that I have. That is Beastie Boys with Check Your Head. Why is not Paul's Boutique my favorite album? I have a copy of Paul's Boutique, but I can't play it. It's filled with scratches, and it's just annoying to hear that. And I don't really know the album that well because of that. I'm not going to play a record filled with scratches and whatever. But Check Your Head, I think this was my entry into the good Beastie Boys. I do love License to Ill, but yeah, this was when I first heard that Beastie Boys actually were good musicians and a good rap group. It's a double album on Grand Royale. So the Beastie Boys, awesome. They got a new album coming out later this year. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I hope it will be similar to stuff they did, like Check Your Head or Paul's Boutique or even Hello Nasty. And then I might pick it up. We'll see. Say no more. Angel Dust. This is an album that was the return, let's say, of Say No More. They had a hit with Epic, and it took years, it seemed to me at least, it took years and years and years before they came back with this album. And they were so different from this point on. They weren't the party group that you knew from Epic. At least they seemed like a party group, especially with Mike Patton jumping around like a madman. They seemed more serious here, more dedicated to making good music, and it shows. It's a really good album. And I think this album and a song which is not on this album but was part of this album, the cover of the Commodore's Easy, that made them huge in the early 90s. So Say No More, another band that's part of my favorite albums of the 1990s. Some more Britpop. Blush. This is an album called Split. I picked this one because I prefer this one most, but also because it kind of shows you how wonderful and beautiful the artwork of 4AD, the label they were on, can be. This awesome artwork. And it also has inner sleeve that is a continuation of the whole style. All the lyrics, by the way, are on the side, here and here, and also on the front here. They were part of a movement within 4AD that sounded a lot like each other. You had Lush, you had Belly. They were bands that had the same feel, the same style, and the same vibe, and they often do that. They had that with the Cocteau Twins. They had that with the American bands, like the Pixies, the Breeders, the Yams. Bands that were bunched together on 4AD to sound a little like each other. I don't know how that is today. I don't think they have like this group that sound like each other. So, but in the 80s and the 90s, that was more common, and this is a really good band. This is an original copy of Ride with the album Nowhere. I think Mr. Hall of Fame showed it, and he talked about it being a really great album, and yeah, it is. It's an awesome record. It's just a great shoegazing album. One of the best I may add. It comes close to what My Bloody Valentine did, but I might even prefer this one a little more. Just an awesome band. They created one more really good album after this one, and then I think a third or fourth, I'm not too sure. They became like this substandard Britpop group, and they kind of threw away the legacy they created. A really good album, this, and it's a must-have. If you don't know this band, give it a try. They're really good. So this is Ride with Nowhere. Then a band whose lead singer is quite known. The band he was before this, it's a legendary band. But somehow his second band gets overlooked a lot, which is a shame because, oh my god, it's a great album. I'm talking about Sugar. This is the album File Under Easy Listening. Great, you know, power pop album, if you will, power rock album. Released strangely on Creation, who normally released British stuff, but I mean, this one is also on Creation, so it's most of the stuff they did was shoegaze, Britpop, and most definitely not American power rock. But they did. It has to do probably with the background of the lead singer, Bob Mould, and the band Husker Du that he was in. That they decided, you know, let's give these guys a deal in Europe. I don't know if it was a worldwide deal, but in Europe they were on Creation Records. This is a really good album. It's a solid album, and it has like explosive tracks like G Angel, which I love, and there's a lot more on it. You know, it's a really good, powerful album. And if you don't know Sugar, check them out. I got two more. First up is the Jesus Lizard. I'm not going to leave the Jesus Lizard out of the list. My favorite albums of the 1990s. This is the album Liar. First of all, they had awesome artwork. That's not the reason why I picked it. It's just this band was so out there, so you know, loud and dangerous, if you will. A really good album, a really good band. I saw them play live. Like I said, they were dangerous, and at the time when I saw them, it was last year, they still were dangerous, especially the lead singer, David Yao. He was insane, and he still is insane. You know, lovely, well, not lovely, just awesome music. Check it out if you're willing to, you know, dabble in a little louder alternative rock. This is Jesus Lizard. And this is playing in the background. It's Bullhead by Melvins. Melvins is a band that's still going strong. Every release they do, still do. It's a solid, loud rocking, groove-ridden album. And I picked this album because it is my favorite, but also because it is an album that gave birth to a Japanese band, Japanese loud rocking band, a band that Dan from Canada holds really high in perspective. This album gave name to Boris. First track, which you heard while I was blabbering through it, is called Boris, and it's a slow, dirty, groovy monstrosity of a number. And I love it. Buzz Osborne, he's got a great, vocal delivery. He's a great guitar player, and the rest of the band, they're just awesome. It's a really, really tight band, and again, a band that is a cult band, if you will, but they deserve so much more. So, yeah, this is the last album of this batch. It's Bullhead by Melvins. Do check them out. That's it. Gonna drink some tea now. Cheers.